This tool is multidimensional, and I think it has a much bigger role to play at this time than it has been utilized up to this point, because part of its role is to bring us back to a natural state of being. Now, if we touch that with the right hand, is where we carry the frequency of our unique blueprint. So if you touch it with the right hand and bring your awareness just into it and bring a sound, it's like there is a sound that the Pleiadians want to introduce right now, and the sound is Vam. And if you bring that sound, Vam, into the I Connect, your unique frequency of that sound is placed there, and the I Connect opens up the home space because it recognizes your unique frequency. It magnifies that unique frequency of who you are through that sacred sound. I'll say it again, Vam. And as you bring it in and bring your awareness there, it's like the home space has the potential to open up and realign you into that natural free flow current of abundance. So why don't the two of you just use that sound, and if you just listen and allow that sound, Vam, and I'm listening to my sound, and what about you opening to yours? And it naturally begins to vibrate and magnify through every cell of your body. Yes. Maybe you can feel that now.
Mm-hmm. It's profound. It's going through my body. The cells of my body are just radiating right now with that sound.
And the hand starts vibrating. There's a very deep vibration of going home.
Exactly.
Beautiful.
Exactly. And the more you use that sound and become that sound, it's like you go deeper and deeper and deeper into realignments, natural reconnections to your pure source frequency, and deepening that channel, that pathway to the home space, which is where everything within you exists. It's like returning to that home space. And I know how many of us crave to go home, but we come home on this planet Earth in this lifetime. And I feel the emotion of that, the deep joy of that truth. And I feel like and it is both of you opening up, and you created this between you. And I didn't mean to not speak about you, Gail. I introduced Gregory, but I feel that you've created this tool that has so much more to bring to individuals out there at this time. And I want to just really acknowledge and honor you for that.
Thank you.
Thank you. And the beauty of a tool is that it will support people in the way that they uniquely want to express themselves on this planet at this time. It will help them in finding and magnifying their purpose.
Exactly.
Just like, a tool like a hammer can help us build a house, but when we're done, we're the ones that built the house, not the hammer. But to try to do it without the hammer is just about impossible. So here we are in this physical dimension, and there are many impediments to our evolvement that are happening around us right now. However, these are tools that are clearing a pathway, allowing us to really be in our power, to allow us to really clearly see what it is we are here to do, and especially to feel the love that we look for all the time in our lives. However, the trick is, and the joke is, that it's always inside of us all along. And so
it's in the home space. It's in the home space. And that is what this tool, I feel, is going to accelerate that alignment. And I do know that for those of you, the students are, from the Galactic series, wearing this during the classroom time is going to really support everybody out there in expanding and stabilizing within the communication portals. Gregory, when I first met you, I just knew I had to get a heart companion, and yet that's all I need to know, and I don't usually look further. But then I started working with it in the last few days, and it was like when I started to really bring my attention into the heart companion, it was like I could feel the multidimensional energy that was being created through my own body as I started to track what it was actually doing. And there was this very strong, powerful recalibration happening right through my system, and it was expanding outwards, not only through the cells of my body, but right through my energetic field. And at the same time, I could feel this stabilization happening, aligning me to this, what I call the home space, which is in my heart. It's the space where I realign back to my pure source connection and this current of my abundance that exists for each one of us. But it moved me and expanded me further within that alignment for my own creation, my own ability to create. So there was that aspect, but further out from that, and I kept tracking it and moving out further and further as I opened and felt that collective God consciousness energy that moved out through the grids to the universal connection, to the universal community, where I really felt myself aligning and taking my place within what I would call a telepathic communication, or a telepathic communion energy. Now, I've worked with telepathic communion energy many times before, but this allowed me to stabilize and anchor further within this telepathic communion to the universal community on such a level that I felt like I was being received and really anchoring in my place, stabilizing me on another level through this heart companion. So I kept tracking it further and further out, and I could feel this really simple state of truth, a simple state of being in such a peace and stabilization. So I was witnessing the full extent of this heart companion, its full potential, not only through the universal community, but of course I work very strongly with the Galactic Council and the Galactic community also. And so I could see its full potential and how we can really allow ourselves to just move and let go. And it's through the letting go that that heart companion can move you very consciously and deeply through your conscious choice to that pure sacred connection, to your home space, and to the full current of alignment, to the flow of that abundance on all levels. So it was a really beautiful adventure, and it was something I really wanted to do because I needed to understand the fullness of that and the full potential. And then, of course, that sacred sound that was so important. The Pleiadians said, bring the sound in, and then it can magnify and take you even further because it has this unlimited potential. And that is really how I was exploring it. And so I feel like I'm really become that because that's part of my work. I become things. And so I became the heart companion and had the full experience of its unlimited potential. So
Christine, there are two sides to the heart companion. The side with the star, when the opposite side of that, the one with the all-seeing eye, which is really Vesica Pisces, the divine womb that gives forth creation of everything. And that's the feminine aspect on that side of the heart companion. So when that's toward your body, there's more of a flow internal into your body, into the earth, and it's very grounding. Have you experimented with the two sides toward you? Putting the star toward you will expand you out more, even.
Well, it's interesting, Gregory. I wasn't aware of that, but when I was working with it, I got guidance to turn it at a certain point, and didn't understand why. But now I'm hearing why. And so I was given this multi-dimensional experience of a changing energy, of almost a tidal flow on another level that moved me in a very different direction at a certain point when I turned it. So all I know is I had a very, very powerful experience on one level of a deep anchoring through all the cells of my systems, connecting me to that universal community flow and that pure source connection through the cells and then moving outwards. So I certainly experienced the differences, except I didn't know why I experienced it, except it happened when I turned the pendant. That often is the case with me. I just go with my guidance, and so I do understand now why that shifted. So thank you for that.
And
glad you brought that up.
And the wonderful thing is, this is something that people that have this tool can do. And I've had people that have literally expanded themselves into positions of managing other people and working with thousands of people, and found that when they had it turned over so that they were more expansive and they were more connected on that higher level, and then at other times when they want to be more internal in their space and connected to the earth and relaxed and grounded, then they flip the pendant over in the opposite direction. So those are directions we can give people, but the wonderful thing is it puts it totally within people's intent and how they want to work with their lives to go back and forth from one direction of into the world and the other one internal to your core.
And I want to make a point with that too, Gregory, the importance of our bodies are changing. We hold the crystalline structure, and it's our whole cells and bodies are changing, are going through an electrical crystalline restructuring at this time. And it's very important. Part of the evolution here, part of our resurrection process, is that we bring these energies and anchor them through the cells of this crystalline structure that we carry within us. So this enables us to carry the full pure source connection within the body right now. This is our next step, our next evolutionary step, to become fully aligned and awakened and carry the full frequency of our pure source energy in this body. This is why your heart companion is so important. It must come into the body. The time is over for us to leave our body and go outwards. We must align and anchor this energy through the cells of our body. And that way we carry that pure source connection. That allows us to become enlightened in this lifetime and to be able to carry the full frequency of that pure source energy in this physical form. We carry that crystalline structure now to be able to do that. Your I Connect allows that process, that very important process. It's not enough just to go outwards. We must anchor it through, so that that turn of your heart companion and I Connect to bring it in is absolutely essential at this time. So that is part of the full piece of the importance of this tool.
Yes, it is. And Christine, it's so beautiful what you're saying. Many, many years ago, I was told that we would heal the planet through our bodies, through this vessel. And I remember when I heard that message, and I thought, well, wow, how are we going to do that? And we are in that place now. Just like you said, our crystalline structure is changing. We are here. Mm-hmm. The ascension isn't going out, it is coming in. And so here we are now with tools like the Heart Companion that allow that restructuring to take place. Because all that we've done with this planet, you know, we're here and we have such great love and respect for this planet. And now it's our time to step forward and know that our divine purpose is to heal it. And it's not waiting for somebody else to do it. It's not waiting for somebody else to stop, you know, polluting or whatever. It is in exactly what you're saying. These frequency shifts that we are capable of integrating now are when we unite, when we're in that divine synergy. That is exactly what we've been waiting for, to shift this planet and to allow for the healing to take place, which affects all of the universe, all of the dimensions. It's all interrelated. So it's such a precious time, and what a magnificent opportunity as we're connecting in with each other to be able to do what we're here for, express that divine purpose.
Absolutely. We take this next step together, you know, and this is what, you know, each one of us steps forward and just takes our place. And, you know, on 11-11-11, the Pleiadians said there was an anchoring of the crystalline structure through every human being on this earth plane, because every one of us have said yes to being here at this time, whether we're in the war zones in Europe or having our experience, or whether we're here, you two, me, having our experience here. We've all said yes to being on the earth plane, and this crystalline structure anchored through every human being. And on 12-12-12, it began to start being activated through all of us, those of us who are awake, not those that were not awake. But because of the dimensional shifts that are taking place and the magnetic changes that you spoke about, Gregory, on the planet, we are needing this crystalline structure to be able to cope with the dimensional shifts that are taking place on the planet. There's 4th, 5th dimensional energy anchoring and the 3rd dimensional energy moving away. We all have the crystalline structure there so that we can maintain being here during this dimensional change. And many of us who are consciously awake are being activated in our crystalline structure, which allows us to carry that pure source frequency of ourselves and anchor it here. And this is what we're all here doing together. Each one of us playing our role. Some of us are the way showers. We create the paths to make it easier for those who are following. It's always been that way. And we are part of that. We are forging these paths for others to make their passage more easily through, but we have said yes to our roles. And there are so many people out there who can benefit from this process, this energy that we are forging. And it's a great gift, I know, an honor and privilege for you, Gail, for you, Gregory, for me, for Elisa, for all of those out there to be playing out our roles. And I just am really grateful for this time and for this wonderful connection. And I know there are many out there making new connections or reconnections to people to play their part. So I know we're all committed here.